welcome back to my channel, or if you guys are new here, welcome to my channel. So I really wanted to create some full hardcore glam for you guys, so I went ahead and created this fall look. I had so much fun creating this video for you guys. So before I get started, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and let's get started. Literally look how freaking crusty and dusty my mirror is. So I know that I usually start my videos off like already eyebrows prepped, eyes prepped, but I decided to like change it up a little bit, just like try out something new. I literally feel like a crackhead. I'm drinking a Capri Sun, a Red Bull, and I'm eating Smarties. My organs are probably like gonna go into failure tonight. So I have been doing my eyebrows a little bit different. As you can see, they're looking super rough. I'm actually trying to get them to grow so that I can go to someone and get them fixed, because I've been doing them myself with a razor, and I might be a makeup artist, but I am no eyebrow artist. This one's round, this one's pointed. They're just not it. So I've just been letting them grow out. So I've kind of been doing like the soap brow method, but not as extreme. And then I couldn't find like the soap that everyone uses. I don't want to buy stuff online, and I haven't been going to the stores. So I just stole Israel's hair pomade, and I've literally just been putting it on a spoolie and just brushing my brow hairs up. I feel like I literally look like someone's auntie. See, so I just brush them up, kind of something like that. Like I said, they are looking super rough. Like I do have to go in and fix them quite a bit, just because I'm literally letting all the hairs grow out so that she has like the freedom to shape them however she wants to. So if they're looking a little rough, mind your business. So before I actually get started on anything, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my lip mask. My lips have been so chapped for some reason. They're getting better, but after I got my lip flip, like they were so chapped. Usually like anytime I get something done to my lips, they get like super chapped for some reason. So I'm just applying this lip mask. This is a Burt's Bees overnight lip mask, but I like using it as a chapstick because I feel like it just works really well. Then I'm also going to be hydrating my face so that when I'm ready to put my foundation on, my skin is ready. So to do that, I'm going to be using the Farsali Quench Serum. Ooh, she a little thick. Y'all, it's literally so thick. Like it's ooh, it's cold. So I'm just gonna be rubbing that into my skin, really just focusing it where I need moisture. So that's like around my lips, around my nose. I get really dry skin like right here around my nose. So for my eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. I haven't used this in such a long time. I've literally just been using brow pencils, and then I'm just going to be taking it on Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow brush. My cats chewed it up, and I don't know what number it is. I believe it's a number 12 brush, but I think they only have like 2 eyebrow brushes, so either or works. And I'm just going to be taking a little bit onto my brush. Since my brows are looking crazy, I'm just going to be brushing it. Like I'm not going to be filling it in completely like I normally would. I'm just going to be doing like hair strokes just to make it look like more natural. I got a new lighting system, and I feel like it's just like too good. Like I could see like just everything that's wrong with me. Oh, and one more step before I start on my eyes too. I'm going to be using some under eye cream because as you guys can see, the dark circles are out today. And I don't even know why, like I didn't even do anything this weekend. Oh my gosh, actually I did, and it was so fun. I filmed, well I didn't film it, like I didn't record it. But I was in a commercial, like, for, like, my city. Like, a city commercial. It's gonna be on the TV. But I didn't do anything. Like, I did not say anything They just had me like wearing my mask and washing my hands. It was just like a COVID commercial. So I just applied the Cheer Up Eye Cream by Pharmacy. This has honestly been doing works for my under eye circles. I literally never had dark circles ever. Like, I know there's some people who struggle with them like every day, like it's just part of your genetics. I've literally never had dark circles until I started college. To me, that is such a scam. Like, I'm paying $4,000 and you're still gonna give me under eye circles? So to prime my eyes, I'm going to be using the Dior concealer. This one is in the shade 021. I'm using the OG one because I went back because this one was kind of running out. So I went back to get a new one and they like changed the formula. It's this one. I'm gonna be using it on my face later. But I've used this one on my eyes and I honestly just don't like it. Like, this one was the bomb. And they changed it for I don't know what reason. So I'm just gonna be applying it. And then I'm gonna be taking my MAC 252S brush. If you guys watch my videos, you guys know this is my go-to. You need this brush in your life. I'm just gonna be carving out under my eyebrows and patting it into my skin. So my eyes are all prepped and set. So for today's palette, I'm going to be using the Beauty Creations Frida palette. This palette has such a range of colors. Like, it has the pinks, the blues, the nudes, some shimmer shades up here. It's just super pretty. So I want to go for like a really fall vibes look, and I actually want to make this one super glam. I feel like all the looks that I have done recently are more like on the soft side. So I want to do like a very full glam cut crease shimmer look. So the first color I'm going to be dipping into is this maroon-like shade right here. I'm going to be taking it on a Morphe M514. It is a fluffy brush, but it is a little bit on the smaller side. So the color is more like concentrated to where you apply it. So I'm taking a little bit on my brush and then tapping out all the fallout. And then I'm just going to apply it like in the shape of my crease, so kind of like a half circle shape. So this is kind of more like a wine color. That's like the vibes it's giving me, like wine. And then if you're not sure like where to pack it, like where is your crease, kind of just trace like the shape of your eyeball. Like, you could feel like where your eyeball is, just follow like your eyeball. So this is how it should look once you have that first color packed on. Now to blend it out, I'm going to go in with this orange color right here. It is more of a bright orange, so I'm actually going to see how that blends out, and if it looks good, then I'll leave it. If not, I'll go in and add a deeper orange to kind of help those colors blend together. So to blend that color on, I'm going to be using a Morphe M505. It's just like a thicker, fluffy brush. So I'm going to be taking a little bit on to the brush at first. I'm just going to be adding it onto the eye right where the red ends. And I can already tell right now that it is way too bright for my liking. I don't like the way that it's looking. So before I add it to my entire eye, instead I'm going to be going in with this orange right here. It's just like a deeper tone of orange. It's not as bright as that one. So I'm going to be putting that over where I originally put the bright orange. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm color blind, but I literally packed on orange and this is red. I literally don't understand. So this looks like shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a makeup wipe and wipe it off because this is not what I was going for. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it off, prime my eye, get that wine color back on, and I will be right back. So my eye is back, it's prepped. And then I did go ahead and complete this eye. I did a little bit of experimenting, found out what I was doing wrong, and got it to where I want it to look. So this is a little sneak peek of what it's gonna end up looking like in the end. Of course, I am gonna clean it up with my foundation and stuff. But that just goes to show you guys that I'm not perfect. I mess up all the time, literally. So my mistake was taking the Morphe brush, this big black brush that I used to pack on the orange. As you guys can see, this brush is like super dense, so it packed on the color so heavy. It didn't disperse it the way I wanted it to. So I actually had to go in with a different brush, which is a super small fluffy brush. And as you can see, the hairs are not nearly as dense as they are on the Morphe brush. So it just distributed the color so much more nicely. So that is where I messed up. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the first brush, the one that I used to pack on the wine color, and I'm just gonna do that again. And then now I'm going to be using the same brush to actually blend it out instead of just leaving it. Just gonna be blending it. But you don't want to take it too high. You just want to like blend out the edges. And this just makes it a lot easier to blend the orange onto the top. So I'm gonna leave it like that. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna be using the same brush, and I'm going to be dipping into this dark brown shade, which is right under the purple. So this one right here. I'm actually gonna use this brown to deepen the purple. So I'm just getting a little bit on the brush. I'm gonna be focusing it on the outer corner and just bringing it into the crease area. And I'm not gonna be bringing it down into the inner corner. I'm just gonna be stopping right about here. And then I'm just going to be blending it out. So now I'm going to be taking this smaller blending brush. This is a Luxie 237 blending brush. It is just a really fine, concentrated blending brush. I'm going to be dipping into that bright orange shade that I tried to use the first time and it just didn't work out. I'm just going to be taking very little onto the brush. And I'm just going to be adding it to the outside of the wine color. And then now I'm going to be going in back with the wine color. And I know it does look like reddish, but once I get the yellow and everything, the orange tones will really come out. So I'm just gonna be going back in with the previous brush that we used to blend out the wine and the brown. I'm gonna be taking a little bit of the wine color onto the brush and just blending those two out. And now I'm going to be going in with an even smaller blending brush to apply the yellow to the outside of the lid. This is a Morphe M562, and I'm going to be dipping into this yellow shade right here. I'm just going to be adding it to the very outside of it. So as you can see, that really just brings out the orange. Then I'm just going to be going back and blending everything out one more time. Okay, so both eyes are blended out. I did kind of end up bringing it out like, because I was going to keep it like rounded off and keep that the shape, but I ended up flicking it out a little bit and I actually really like it a lot more. And honestly, adding the yellow was a super important step because if I didn't add the yellow, the orange tones would not have come out at all and it would have just looked super pink. I know this is like a fall vibes look, but it's honestly giving me like sunset vibes. But I really just like how deep and dramatic it looks. It's like so extra. So now I'm going to be cutting my crease, and to cut my crease I'm just going to be using the same concealer that I used to set my eyes and the same brush that I used on my eyes. So I'm just going to be cutting my crease. No, get down, get down, get down.
Get down.
Oh bro, you're gonna knock my stuff down. Okay, so my crease is cut. This is the shape I went for. I wanted it really like round and dramatic. So now using the small brush that I used to apply the wine color, I'm gonna be taking some of that wine color onto the brush and just blending the edges of the cut crease, like the concealer, into the wine color. Then I'm going to be taking the brown onto the same brush and blending that on there as well. And now, before cutting the other crease, I'm going to go ahead and be adding my pigment because these pigments go on better when the concealer or the base or whatever you're using is still wet because they really need something to stick to because they are so fine. So the pigment I'm going to be using today is the Peaches and Cream pigment pigment in the shade Gatsby. This is just a really pretty gold. If you guys have never used these pigments before, you seriously need to try them out. So you can see here, literally, it's just so pretty, so shiny. So I'm just gonna be taking this flat brush, literally like a concealer brush. I'm just gonna be packing it on to my crease, and I'm just gonna be super careful around the edges because I don't want it to mix in with the eyeshadow itself. I know y'all see that. That was just with one dip into the lid, not even into the powder itself. Literally, these pigments do not play. They are all about it. So now I'm just gonna be taking a little bit of the brown onto the brush and just patting it, just trying to blend it a little bit further. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut this crease, get this shimmer on, then I'll be back to do my liner and lashes. Okay, so now that both eyes are completed, I'm going to be adding some liner. Today for liner, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeliner. I honestly like this eyeliner so much. It dries super matte, super black. Normally, I don't use eyeliner when I do eyeshadow looks because personally, on my eyes, I just don't like the way eyeliner looks. So I'm just gonna be doing a tight line with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeliner, and I'm just gonna end it right where the darkness begins. I'm just gonna try and keep it as thin as possible. And then once I get to like the middle of my eye, I'm gonna bring it a little bit thicker. And as you can see, it just connects right about there. So just like that. And then once it dries, I'm going to take the dark brown and kind of blend the ends into each other. I'm so nervous to do this eye. I feel like it's just not gonna look the same. Honestly guys, eyeliner is not my strong suit, which is a big reason why I don't like using it. Like, I'm just so insecure when it comes to my eyeliner. Okay. So it looks the same to me. I just have to be careful not to look up because my eyes are hooded and it will stain. So now taking the brush that I have been using to blend the wine shade and the brown shade, I'm gonna dip into the dark brown and just blend it into the black. And I'm literally going in and blending it like on top of the liner. Not too far, just like the edges. And that's just gonna help the liner blend in. As you can see, it's not like just a harsh line like it is over here. So as you can see, that just really made it blend together better. So now for mascara, I usually don't even care for mascara. Sometimes I don't even put it on because my eyelashes are so short. You guys can't even see them. But I've literally been obsessed with this mascara. It's the Laura Geller mascara. It doesn't even have like a special name or nothing. It probably did on the box, but I just threw it away. But it's the Laura Geller mascara. It looks like this. It's just in the color black. And this mascara, I honestly just love it so much. I'm sure if I had longer lashes, I would enjoy it a little bit more. But it just combs the lashes so nicely. And then for lashes, I'm going to be using these lashes from Lava Lashes. I really like that the packaging is like, it's like textured. It's kind of like a snake print. Super cute. I've never used this brand before. What is this? I thought it was a glue and it's like a scroll. Whoa. Oh, it's instructions. So this is what the lashes look like. They're very natural, but they do have like some length to them. On my last video, or not my last video, but on one of my videos, someone came at me all crazy in the comments because I said, oh, these lashes are super dramatic, but like still natural. And they were like, you can't say natural and dramatic in the same sentence. Like, girl. So these lashes are in the style Charm. It took me so long. There's so much information on the back and the style's right there. I was reading all this. These are in the style Charm, and I'm using like more natural lashes today because I didn't want the lash to take away from the look, because usually I'll use ginormous lashes all the time, but I really want the focus to be like on the eyeshadow today, especially because the eyeshadow's super bold. I don't want to overdo it and add like ginormous 30mm lashes, but I would. Y'all know I would. But not today. Oh my gosh, guys, no shade, but these eyelashes are so small. Like, I know they look big when I do that, but like when I look straight, they look so small. I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm used to wearing like ginormous lashes. I'm just gonna leave them, give them a chance. Okay, so they're on. They're cute, they're not ugly. I actually kind of like them. I think it's just that they're more natural than what I'm used to. But as you guys can see, especially on this eye, the way the glue went on, it kind of folded my skin over, so the liner did get a little bit messed up. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back in with the liner and just fix that up. And if that happens to you guys, don't even worry about it. It's honestly super normal for your eyeliner to get messed up after you apply your lashes. So that is what it looks like with the lashes on. I feel like lashes just really pull everything together. Okay, now for foundation, I'm going to be using my Dior Skin Forever Nude Air foundation. I really wanted to try out a new foundation for you guys, but I put it on and this is what happened. I was literally orange. That foundation did not match my skin anymore at all. I'm gonna be applying my foundation as usual. I'm not priming my skin because I did use the Farsali serum to prime it. And then I'm just being really careful around the eyes, kind of cleaning it up but not going too crazy. And then to blend this on, I'm just using like a BoxyCharm flat foundation brush. It didn't come with like a name or anything. This brush still had some of the orange foundation on it, so I'm looking a little tan. And then I'm just using this, I don't even know what brand this sponge is, but it's like one of those like microfiber ones that's supposed to like not soak up your makeup. I'm just using that to pack it on. I feel like this just gives you like a really nice finish. I like to use the brush to spread it out and then the sponge to really just pack it on. And also using the sponge after the brush just really helps get any creases or anything the brush might have left behind. And then when you're doing your foundation, you really want to make sure to get in your hairline. Even if you get your hair a little bit dirty, that can be fixed because you don't want your hairline to like look white and then your face looks tan. The other day, I was watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. No shade to Kylie, love her, she's a baddie. But Israel was watching it with me and he was like, what's wrong with her head? And you can literally see like in her hairline like a whole line of white where like she did not blend her foundation into her scalp. So always be sure that you do that because it's very obvious if you don't. Just a little word of advice. So now for concealer, I'm going to be using the Dior Skin Forever Skin Correct. Y'all, I do not think these are the same. I think the girl at Dillard's played me. I asked for the Dior Skin Forever Undercover Concealer, and this one says Forever Skin Correct. And I was like, no, it looks like this. Like I took it with me, and she was like, well, no, they changed the formula. I don't know, that's suspicious. That's weird. But anyways, I'm using this one. This one is in the shade 2N. This formula, it's not bad, don't get me wrong. But when I use concealer on an everyday basis, but I don't wear foundation on an everyday basis. So this formula is good with foundation, but over the skin itself, it just like, with my skin's oils, it like creases and stuff. And this one, the OG, does not. So I'm like, and then I'm just using my Go-To Beauty Creations concealer brush to just pack it on, blend it out. Then I'm gonna go in with my little Hank and Henry sponge and just blend it out. And then before it dries, I'm going to be taking this Technique, what is it? Real Technique. I'm gonna be taking this Real Techniques powder sponge and I'm gonna be dipping it into my Ciate Linden Everyday Vacay powder and just setting my eyes. And I like to do it while it's still wet because everything just gets set in. I feel like once it dries is when you really get your creases. So I'm just gonna pack that on. I'm gonna be using the Benefit Cosmetics Hoola Bronzer for contour. I'm just bringing it like right under our cheekbone. Into the forehead. Guys, if you guys watch my videos, you know that my baby hairs every time are always going off. And look, there's like not that many this time. growth. And then for bronzer, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Saddle Bronzer, my usual go-to. The first one was to kind of just shape it out, add the shadow. As you can see, it is bronzy, but it's not as like dark and golden as this one. Or that's why I use this one as a contour and this one as a bronzer, just to bring a lot of warmth back into the face. For blush, I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place Serafina blush, and I'm just going to be taking it on an Alamar Cosmetics blush brush. I'm just brushing it up to my temples. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do one under eye off camera, and then I will be right back to show you guys the other one. Okay, so I went ahead and baked my bronzer, and I did this under eyeshadow. And as you guys can see, it literally pulls the look together so much. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I did it on this eye. So first, I'm going to be dipping into the yellow shade with the brush that I used to apply the yellow shade, which is the Morphe M562. Just a super tiny fluffy brush. And I'm just gonna be dragging it across under my eye. And I'm actually gonna be connecting it to the eyeshadow right here. And I do wanna bring this yellow a little bit lower so that once the other colors are on top of it, you can still see it. So I want this yellow to be super bright. And then using the same brush, I'm gonna go into the orange shade. And I'm not gonna bring it all the way down to where the yellow is because I still want some of the yellow to be peeking through. Now that those are blended on, I'm going to be taking this flat angled brush. This is supposed to be an eyebrow brush, but it is a little bit thick, particularly. Personally, I would not use this on my brows just because it's so thick. I really like a super sharp brow brush. So I'm going to be dipping this into the brown and just doing a tight line under my eyes. And you want to be sure to connect it to the brown on this side, just so that everything blends really well. And now I'm going to be going in with the small fluffy brush again and just blending that all out. And now in my waterline, I'm going to be taking this NYX brown eyeliner. This one is in the shade Brown Perfection. I literally had to go to CVS to buy this because I could not find a brown eyeliner. So I just went to CVS, got this NYX one, and it actually came out really, really pretty. NYX eyeliners are super slept on. They are honestly some of the best eyeliners I've ever tried. They go on so easy. I'm just applying this in my waterline. And you can apply a brown or a black. I just went with the brown because I feel like it goes with the look better than a black would. But they will both look good. So if you don't have a brown, don't even worry about it. You don't have to go buy one. A black would look just fine. And then I'm just going to be applying some bottom mascara. And if your mascara brush is big like this, you want to be really careful when applying your bottom mascara because you don't want to get it like on your bottom eyeshadow, because it's such a pain in the butt to have to take that off. It's easier to just avoid it in the first place. So I'm just using my Tom Ford Sheer Highlighting Duo. I'm using the gold shade, and I'm just applying it to the top of my cheeks. As you guys can see, it's already freaking strobing. And I'm gonna apply some to my forehead. I just love the way highlight looks like on your forehead above the brows. And it looks so pretty. A little to the chin. I just want to look really glowy. I feel like this look should be like very glowy on the face. Just gonna put a little bit on the tip of my nose and some on the bridge. I should probably be looking in the mirror and not the TV. I got powder on my nose, I didn't even notice. And now all we need is lips and we are done. So for lip liner, I'm going to be using the Bella Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Natural. And you always want to make sure your lip liner is sharpened because it's super hard to get your lips precise if it's like super dull like this. So I'm just sharpen it. And then in the middle of my lips for lipstick, I'm going to be applying the Hank and Henry Sex Talk Collection lipsticks. This one is in the shade Lust. These lipsticks are literally so beautiful. The shine is literally insane. I'm literally obsessed with these lipsticks. I wanted to buy the entire collection, but I just didn't want to spend that much money, to be honest with you guys. So I just applied it to the middle and I'm just pressing my lips together to blend it out. So that is how it looks, but I'm actually gonna add gloss, or should I keep it matte? I'm actually gonna add gloss. I really like the way it looks matte though, but I'm gonna add gloss. So for lip gloss, I'm going to be using the NYX Butter Gloss. These lip glosses are literally so good and they're so cheap and they work so well. Like, if you want to be a bad bitch on a budget, these glosses should be your go-to. And I'm just applying a light layer because I still want it to have like that ombre effect. I do just want it to be a little bit glossy. So I'm not going like super in with the gloss because as you can see, these glosses are pretty pigmented. So I don't want the color to overtake the nude. And now I'm just going to be setting my face. For setting spray, I'm going to be using the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. If I don't miss my face, I always miss my face with this one. So as you can see, that's just like a super dewy, super hydrating facial mist. And we are officially done with this look. I literally love the way it came out so much. It looks so good. I haven't done a full glam like this in such a long time. But I really hope you guys love this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and subscribe to my channel if you guys are new here. As always, head over to my Instagram to give me a follow. I actually am going to be going live during my YouTube videos. When I do the eyes off camera, I'm gonna actually be doing that on live so you guys can personally ask me questions live. And I'm gonna be doing a few videos in the future that have to do directly with you guys. So I want my YouTube friends to be included in it as well. So be sure to head over to my Instagram and give me a follow. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys so much and I will see you guys in my next one.